In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful.
Assalamu Alaikum to barakatuh, my dear and sister in Islam. Welcome to another episode of the Revert Mentoring Series. Today we'll talk about family ties and family relationship. Right after conversion, one of the first questions that reverts ask, what should I do with my family members? Or how should I, relate to them, or how should I interact with them? Understand that make them realize they cannot cut off from their family members, they cannot isolate from themselves. Just because they've said the Shahada and just because they become Muslim does not mean that they should cut off their ties of kinship. Rather, now it's more important to maintain the ties of kinship. It's important to be connected with your parents, with your brothers and sisters, siblings, or husband or spouse, or children in that matter, so that they can have a positive influence of Islam and they realize that this person, like we spoke in the previous episode, that your character, your akhlaq, will determine how quickly your loved ones get impressed and influenced by Islam, and they may also become Muslim, especially for parents, mother and father. If they get influenced and impacted, they may also join the revert in their religion, and so on and so forth. Um, Regarding husbands, if our sister has become Muslim, she can stay with that husband at least for a year, according to many of the scholars of Islam. Although she will know, she may have read or heard from people around that she has to divorce her husband. That is not to be done immediately. You can tell them that at least they can live with their husband for at least up to a year and try to counsel them and teach them and hopefully have the husband also become Muslim. But if not, then yes, that painstaking and painful decision may have to be done somewhere later down the road, not immediately after the conversion. As for the kids, they can also become Muslim with the mom or dad, like for that matter, depending on the age of the children. If they're young, it's easy. They can be taught about Islam and they become Muslim anyway. If they're older and grown up, teenagers or post teenagers, then they can be given Quran and brochures and talk to them about Islam and bring them over into Islam also, along with the person who has converted there. Regarding husband and wife, they have to treat each other with compassion and mercy and politeness and dignity and respect. They have to show their best behavior because this is their chance to win them over and bring them over into Islam. Either way, if the husband has become Muslim, he has to be the best husband to his wife so that she can also become Muslim with him. Likewise, the wife, if she has become Muslim, then she has to show her best behavior to her spouse. And spousal relationship should be followed according to the Islamic guidelines. And they need to educate themselves and learn what is important to understand as a Muslim husband, as a Muslim wife, what are their duties and chores and obligations and responsibilities so that they can fulfill them to the best of their ability in order to show and present Islam in a positive framework to them, because this is their chance to bring them over into Islam, their character. Likewise, their relatives, their uncle and aunts, and neighbors, all the extended people that they interact with before becoming Muslim needs to be continued in a positive fashion, positive manner. Regarding celebrations and parties, as long as there is, there is no something that is haram, or if there is, then they can just be there temporarily and be out of there. If there is some haram things or forbidden things performed over there, such as drinking and dancing and whatnot, they can just be there as a gesture of compassion and relationship and relatives, but be out of there when they feel that the laws of Allah are being broken, especially at Christmas time and at Easter time, or other times, Thanksgiving time. Converts usually ask, "What should I do? Should I go? Should I don't?" The best thing is to go and be there just to meet the relatives, meet the loved ones, let them know that you're part of the family, but you will not participate in anything that they do or which is not according to the Islamic guidelines. So, but at least by keeping a relationship with these people, they are giving a positive aspect of Islam. If they become very harsh and hard and rigid and stiff and stubborn and cut away from them, then those relatives will have a negative mindset about Islam and also about this individual, and they may totally cut off from them. Jazakallah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.